All right, so the end of lesson three, we worked on putting. I think we did pretty good there. We
Yeah.
worked on moving your ball position a little back
Yep.
in your stance. We saw that it was just a little too forward, making you kind of miss out to the right.
Yep.
But another thing, I think the major thing was working on your path.
Yeah.
We used a little drill over there with the two tees just to make sure that you were staying inside those and hitting the ball, just to work on that. Make sure you weren't coming across it or pushing it. Getting a little straighter on the start line was definitely
Yeah.
a help. And I think another thing that was really helpful for you was going back from like 5 feet to 10 feet to 20 feet. Just working on those speeds for
Yeah.
you. And getting those pretty comfortable with you.
Yeah.
I felt like that really
I
helped
agree.
you. Just kind of going back on the previous lessons, are there any like kind of key takeaways or anything that helped you a lot?
Yeah, like you said, with my putting, definitely, going through those tees and having, even, before and after the swing, staying in line, that definitely helped me a lot. But back to the driver, having my club face kept opening up, which was pushing them right.
Mhm.
Focusing on just, my club face when I contact the ball has been one like major takeaway I've had from these lessons.
Yeah, especially like when we were working on like you would, as kind of like a mental pre-shot routine, you would take it back about halfway and make
Yep.
sure that club was closed.
Yeah.
And that just kind of gave you that feeling just to make sure you weren't letting it open.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that kind of helped you out through these lessons?
Yeah, another thing was keeping my hands low when I
Mm-hmm.
come through the ball. I had a tendency to come over the top, so definitely like keeping my hands low like when I come through.
Yeah.
Another thing to help out. For
Yeah,
sure.
like we said, just kind of keeping those, like imagine you're keeping them to your pocket or throwing them
Yep.
into your pocket.
Exactly.
I feel like that definitely helped you work on your path. So going back to this last lesson that we had with putting, the practice assignments that I want to give you, and just so that you can kind of work on in the future if your putting's ever off or you just kind of work on your game, definitely is going to be like that 5, 10, and 20.
Okay.
So just hitting 5 or 10 balls depending on how much time you have, and just kind of working on that accuracy and giving yourself like on the longer 20-foot putt, if you give yourself like a 3-foot radius around the hole, anything inside that, like that's a good aiming point.
Okay.
And then obviously like on the 5-footers,
Yeah.
you're trying to make those, but it just builds up accuracy. And then also that tee drill, so just putting 2 tees down, and then the ball in the middle, and just trying to make sure you miss those tees.
Okay.
Keeping your path pretty straight. It'll help your start line a lot, and I think you'll make a lot more putts. Going on with all these lessons, I think that you definitely learned a lot.
Yeah,
If you ever need any
sure
help in the
have.
future, definitely let me know.
Yeah.
I'm willing to keep helping you out. But I want to thank you.
Sweet.
It's been a
Yeah,
been a
thank
good
you.
lesson series.
Thank
and
you for sure. I've
Yeah.
definitely learned a lot, so I just want to thank you for your time and having me.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, Connor.
See you, Ken.